What's up, guys? Brian back to talk about The Walking Dead, Robert Kirkman on if the Whisperers will come to TV. So those who don't know who the Whisperers are, that picture in the center, spoilers ahead. For those who do know, we're just talking about if that's a possibility for the show or not. And I think it definitely is, because that is a huge storyline and The Walking Dead should be going on for a long time. Like I said, spoilers ahead from the comic book about the Whisperers and everything there too. If you don't want to know, stop watching now. Comicbook.com. We'll put the link in the description to check out the article. There you go. For being a cable TV drama, The Walking Dead has gone to some dark places. While it seems like the series will do whatever it takes to drive home a story, every show has their limits. Every show also has to adhere to a set of guidelines telling them what they can and can't show. With this in mind, you wonder if The Walking Dead will be able to bring one of its darkest, most twisted stories from the comics onto the screen. The story in question refers to a group called the Whisperers, and they are about as twisted as it gets. Just a heads up, major spoilers ahead for The Walking Dead comics issue 130 to present. So the first appearance of the Whisperers was issue 130 to present day issue 159, which is a pretty good storyline, and it does bring a lot to The Walking Dead show, or Walking Dead comics, and it would the show as well, especially after all this craziness that's kind of just started for season 7. I would think it's going to be season 8, if not later, if it does happen on there, but we'll talk about that in a second. So basically, the Whisperers are a group that is pretty crazy if you think about it. But after Rick and Negan end the all-out war, a 2-year time jump occurs, and everything seems to be going fine. All the settlements are at peace, society is being reestablished, and the survivors seem happy. Just when it seems like nothing can go wrong, the Whisperers appear. Because, of course, you need conflict in the comic. You need good, bad, evil, bad things, good things to happen. You know, you need all of that. And the Whisperers are definitely a big antagonist for the comic, and I think they would be really good for the show, because we do kind of see that story a little bit in Fear the Walking Dead with the whole Nicholas thing, but they are going above and beyond with their mindset and their way of life in this world. The Whisperers are a group of people who believe we are nothing but animals, and the onset of the infection means we all should revert to those urges. This makes them inherently violent creatures, and they lack the inhibitions of regular people. This is where it starts getting dark. The Whisperers walk among the zombies, pretending to be a part of the herd, and not only do they stay quiet and walk like the infected, but they dress the part. These people wear suits made from the skin of walkers. That isn't a joke or an exaggeration. They are covered in undead skin from head to toe. Now, Rick and the group do the meat ponchos, and Nick does, and Luciana on Fear the Walking Dead do the blood on the skin. So the Whisperers one-up them and do a head-to-toe walker skin on there too. You see them peeling it off, and it's kind of crazy as well too. I mean, it's kind of gross if you think about it. I don't know how you could do that without getting some guts and stuff on you or whatever, and it's like a mask wearing it. I don't know how they can feasibly do it in an apocalypse, but it's a story, it's a show, it's a comic, it's whatever. It's fantasy, it's not real life, but it's kind of cool just to think about it. There's Jesus with walker skin there. Is this a story that would be deemed too dark for TV? Robert Kirkman doesn't seem to think so. In a panel at New York Comic Con, which is going on right now, Walking Dead creator opened up about the plans to see the Whisperers on screen. And he don't give too much away, but I think it'll definitely happen, and it has to happen, because this is the major storyline of the Walking Dead right now comic. So going forward, you see that Jesus would be out on patrol with a group or whatever, and then they come across them is what happens. I think it would be huge for the show. Lydia has to get introduced. Alpha, Beta, everything, that whole storyline with Lydia and Carl. How would that be affected with Enid and everything? I think that would be an awesome storyline because of that whole characteristic of the comic to the show. Alpha with Lydia there too, and then the Whispers and Alpha going against and doing what they do. So probably eventually, as long as we don't get canceled, it should. I can't wait to see Andrew Lincoln saying, now we got to worry about the Whisperers. I think about some dark stuff. The Whisperers are definitely in the plans of future Walking Dead seasons. None of us see this show getting canceled anytime soon, so it looks like it will be seeing the villainous group at some point. It also is nice to know that Kirkman can keep it light when talking about such a dark subject, saying the Whisperers are already tough, but imagine trying it with a British man pretending you're from Georgia. So, what do you think of all that stuff, too? I mean, I don't see the show ever getting canceled. I feel like when they want to stop making the show, they will stop making the show because it's the biggest TV cable show in history. Now, I want to talk about a crossover a little bit with Nicholas and with the Whisperers and Fear the Walking Dead. The Kirkman and the people at Fear the Walking Dead are adamant that it won't happen, and I don't think it will. I think it's going to be two different storylines, two different time areas, too many eras, too much time lapse would have to happen, and I would love to see that. That would be a great connection, but the way they're saying it now is that it definitely won't happen, but you see Nicholas as kind of the birth of the Whisperers on there too. So thanks for watching, guys. Like, share, subscribe, and thanks for watching.